The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a no limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Voiced Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
All right, we back. We are back on our triumphant return. It's the two Aquariuses. You know the show. I mean, you done clicked on it. You done downloaded it. You already know what the show is. So, shout out to our last episode, man, with the clip. That I mean, we sitting at close to 3,000 on just YouTube on that clip. On the what was the dude's name? Hold on.
The dude that got all them damn kids, and then
it was Raniel Wallace.
And then blame COVID.
Yeah. Hey, it was all them red pill dudes was jumping up in there getting mad.
Listen, like I said, whether it's jokes, whether it's not, who knows? I don't care. But the fact that you have this many kids is the most alarming part about all of it. It's just like, I don't understand. I don't understand men that do that. And
it's a mental thing. It's a mental disorder, yo.
It's not for me to understand.
Yeah, there you go. That's just my grandma would say.
It's just not meant for me to understand, and that's just the reality of the situation. I'm not going to even equate it to broke behavior because you got Nick Cannon out here doing the same thing.
But he got bread though, and I don't
care. I don't care.
No. There is a conversation to be had about what he's doing. Yeah, it's different when your name is fucking Ronell. And you fucking
it ain't even Ronell. It's Ronell.
You're an assistant manager at Jiffy Lube. I'm assuming that's his occupation. He either sells dope, not even a high-level drug dealer, a street hand-to-hand dealer, or he works as assistant manager at Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, I just was like, my gosh.
It's irresponsible either way.
It's irresponsible. Like, it's so irresponsible. It's so. I'm not even gonna how we say stuff is ghetto. I'm not even gonna equate that to being ghetto. I'm gonna say it's just trashy. It's disgusting. It's disappointing. It's sad.
I won't say disgusting. I don't like disgusting.
I'm gonna say it's disgusting because it's.
I don't say it's disgusting. It's just irresponsible.
I'm gonna say it's disgusting because the amount of raw sex you having, and the women that's allowing you to have this raw sex. And we don't know where your dick been.
See, I think I can see with Nick Cannon that he ain't even having sex with all them. I have a feeling we're going to hear about that in a few years that he just had artificially inseminated these women in pain.
No, only reason why I think that nigga having sex with them women is because he was trying to talk about BV and give lessons on that shit. When I'm like, nigga, you probably have the dirty dick. That's the
maybe he's on some.
I would have fucked.
But at least everybody knows what's going on. Raniel is out here just making children hither and thither. All these women know, like at least Nick Cannon's being upfront. Like, you know what? I got 9 of the kids,
and they kind of play it like it's poly, But I feel like they really not, and it's just like, oh, when he with me, and like that's the conversation.
But that's a person's personal choice. Then I'm not mad at that.
But I'm not about it's not my business. It's not for me to understand.
All right, let's jump into this whole episode. Well, not whole episode, but
this whole episode is my business,
fuckery,
and it's me to understand because it got put on the internet.
100%. Yeah, you got it.
About what was that? About a week ago, I spammed your DMs with information on Ray J, because what comes back to Ray J? Everything comes
back. All roads lead back to Ray J.
All roads lead back to Ray J.
I gotta write this down
for talked about this
topic.
Listen, we have spoken about this time and time again on here on Whiskey Sour, that all roads lead back to Ray J. I don't know what kind of voodoo hoodoo he did, what spell he put out into the universe, but everything somehow always leads back to this man, right? So on a Saturday night where I am getting dressed to go out, I'm not even going to actually, no, it wasn't a Saturday. It was a Friday night. I am getting dressed to go out. And what happens? People are talking about Ray J's live on my Twitter feed. So I'm like, I don't follow Ray J on Instagram, but like, he trending. So I go to check out this live. And in this live, he is irate. He is frustrated. He is upset. And he is trying to explain the entire story of the sex tape. Now, what has gotten Ray J upset and frustrated and irate
show
is a lie detector test that Kris Jenner had taken on one of the Tonight shows or whatever, a late night show. So in this lie detector test, the question she gets asked is, did she have anything to do with distributing the tape? And she said no, and it said that she was not lying. Ray J's on fire. He gets on live. And
did it say it was true? That I don't know. Did it say that she was telling the truth?
They said she was telling the truth. Exactly, right? Now, niggas know. Niggas with sense know. Even if you are a fan of this, you know the truth.
Well, because you cannot, Vivid is not going to produce anything if you don't have two signature and consents. Because that's illegal for pornography. That basically be an illegal sex tape that is dropped, and you can get caught into, what is the legal term?
Revenge porn.
Revenge porn, exactly.
So with that said, yes, Kim, yes, Ray J consented to this, but they've been always trying to spin this as if it was mainly Ray J, or Ray J maybe coerced her to do it. Baby, that motherfucker pulled out some great receipts. When I tell you, he put on rubber gloves like he was O.J. Simpson to not touch the paperwork, because Kris Jenner had touched that paperwork, because Kim Kardashian had touched that paperwork.
Oh, so he can go and put the fingerprints back on her there. Everybody's fingerprints on his paperwork.
Son, it was supposed to be 3 tapes. So recently in the Kardashian history of things, I know that there was something that went viral, that Kanye went and got this other sex tape.
From Whack 100.
From Whack, yeah, 100. Ray J never put out there that there was another sex tape or anything like that. He didn't even know Whack 100 had like really said that to anybody, which is still fishy because that's his manager, but whatever. But neither here nor there. So there was supposed to be 3 sex tapes.
Right. Because the Jenners didn't like one of the Jenner didn't like one of them, right? Like it didn't flow.
So correct. That's he talks about how Kris had watched the sex tape. She was rushing Ray J to make the sex tape for them to put it out to get paid off of it. She watched it. She wanted reshoots. So that get real messy and trifling that your mama watched your sex tape. And I understand that is your manager.
Allegedly, O.J. Simpson is the father of Khloe Kardashian. Allegedly,
I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe that.
Well, it's probably not true. But the idea that y'all hanging out with OJ like this, it's just a lot going on. Shout out to O.J. Simpson. You could see my picture with him at brunch in Las Vegas a year and a half ago. The anniversary that is coming up soon. No, the 2-year anniversary will be coming up Father's Day. I was there for Father's Day, and shout out to OJ. Me and OJ had Father's Day brunch together.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's interesting.
No, I'm not lying, people. This is a real thing.
We're gonna get there.
Hold on, I can pull the picture up.
It's fine. Listen. So with that being said, Ray J is like detailing Chris named his own stuff. He is going to town, and he was. I think he was just at the point where we knew this to be true, but I think he was tired of looking like the villain. You know, as if he's fully responsible for this family's claim to fame. Ray J, you're kind of responsible.
Yes, you are responsible.
And no matter what you say, you are. But he was like, I'm here to clear my name. I'm tired of people playing with me. That's not true. And I'm about to give y'all the facts. I can fuck with that. But is it some years too late? Possibly.
Yeah. And I just wish Ray J would have had some other paperwork to counteract these Kardashians. But at the time, you got to think he's thinking like, man, these Kardashians ain't gonna be able to get no bread off of this. They ain't gonna. They use that as their catapult, and now they're like Teflon.
Yeah.
But if he would have had his paperwork all in order before, like 17 of the documents, was like, no, y'all just signed up everywhere.
He pulled a file out that was so thick, and he had been in communication with Kim.
I don't know why he didn't pull a lawyer out to have them like a cease and desist to even talk about this shit, period.
I am at this point, that's kind of where I'm at. Because
that's what I'm saying, though.
That's because he was like, he wasn't gonna say anything because I think something else was said prior to Chris going on the show. So he was like, I was just gonna have my lawyers intervene. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but clearly that set him off.
But I'm talking about even back in the day, he should have had some gag orders put on and stuff like that.
You know, I think that honestly, from what I remember watching that show earlier on, I don't recall them really talking about it too much or going into detail. It would just be Kim making her ugly cry face saying that she's being sexually exploited by other brands and magazines or whatever. And yeah, I did this tape, but it was never that deep. It was like they would insinuate that it was more so on Ray J, but they would never fully say it. But I fuck with you. I feel like there's some sort of.
If I was Vivid on some asshole shit, I'd re-release it. like the 4K version, like the remastered, the remastered version you can get on our website.
And there had to be some sort of negotiation, or they had to pay something or forfeit a certain amount of money for them to not even have breach of contract. Because if you said that we was gonna put out 3 tapes, which I don't know why they would agree to that any fucking way. But like you said, Ray J probably thought what he thought, probably along the lines.
She wasn't big. It was like
she wasn't big. She was around. She, was doing people's closets. She was Brandy's assistant at one point. I know she had
Paris Hilton, right?
She was working for Paris Hilton, and then that's how.
And you know who else she was fucking with before all of them? When we talked about one of our favorite albums, before that, we was like, "Yo, we love this album together." You was like, "I ain't know nobody else love this album like that."
It's not Last Train to Paris.
No, it's an album me and you talked about, and people were like, "Yo, we didn't even know that like y'all like this album."
Okay, it's not Barbra Streisand.
No,
because
we talked about this album for like 10 minutes straight.
I'm really trying to think, because to me there are a few underrated albums, and I was just explaining to somebody.
There's a number in the group name.
A number in, it's not B2K.
No.
Your number in the group name. High five? No.
No, they're our age. Or actually, they're actually they're my age more than yours.
3T, yes, she did date TJ. She did date DJ.
Yep. That was the first dude that put her on.
Yeah, they went to prom together. I think they went to prom together. Yeah. And I don't tell you how
Jackson figured that out real quick. They was Tito don't play them games with no Tito stay low key. He want his family low key. He was like, TJ, you might want to go ahead and let that one go.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because navigating, because like I feel like part of it is too late. Then you really wonder. The only thing that leads me to believe they really haven't been in contact like that was when he showed his DMs, like when he like reaches out to her. He had previously sent a message. He tried to scroll fast, but he had previously sent her a message that she did not read. And then
because with those celebrities, like if you don't follow them or you're not a blue check, they don't come into your DM, right? At all, like your main DM.
I don't think blue check, it all comes through the request.
Oh, even if it's a blue check?
Yep. It all comes through the request.
Unless you're following the person.
Unless y'all follow each other, and they were not following each other. So what's even crazier, shit got crazy because in the middle of this live, like he's blown up he got it on his phone. He doing a projector, which he can't get to work it right. That was a lot of technical difficulties. Brandon got fired for the night because they was drunk. But you see, she blocked him in the middle of the live. So as he was in like the messages trying to go back to her page to go to his message, just between her, she blocked him.
Oh, wow.
So like somebody hit that line real quick and it's like, hey, Ray J showing DM.
No, that's probably her social media people. That wasn't even her. That was whoever runs her IG. She does not run her own IG. That's somebody.
Oh yeah. You better believe that there are people that work for her, like her assistants and stuff. I guarantee that. But what was interesting about it all, it was like as it was happening, like it was like real time. So I mean, she probably have her own private page for her friends, but then she has the public one that she does get on because she does do live.
You think she could really get away with having a private one with friends? And
you'd be surprised they have them, and it'll be something where it's probably only a couple hundred friends,
and it's no profile picture.
It's no profile picture, and even if it is, you would think that it's just a fan account.
So like it, or maybe like Winnie the Pooh on there or some shit. Like
it could be. It just depends. It really depends. Because just like people have, I'm confident. Just like how people have, burner accounts, like where they large.
Shout out to Kevin Durant.
He definitely had a private IG.
He got jammed up with his.
Part of me, I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, that was offline though, so we don't have to.
I feel like that's very Libra behavior. And part of me feels like he knew that he was not on his page.
And he just wanted to just fuck it.
And just was over it and was like, fuck it. I could see that ego doing that.
So let's get into your boy Adam Levine.
Oh, I wasn't done with the Ray J.
Oh, you're not done with the Ray J. My bad. Let me let the council.
But no, okay. So we were talking about like a cease and desist and all that stuff, and him getting the lawyers involved. The interesting thing about this whole era of Kardashian Jenner that we are in, because we know as Black people how that goes. Like everybody want to be Black, then they use us, and then they go back to being white, and we see it happening before our eyes. Like, the weight loss, no tans, the implants allegedly being taken out. But what's also funny about this live, Kanye West was in the live watching.
Darth Kanye.
Darthier.
Darthier. Did he say anything?
I don't think he said anything. I don't recall him saying anything, but I remember seeing him come in. Real time. When I tell you, it was, I mean, he was just going in, you know, bringing up old stuff, how they stole money from his mama. Y'all forget about that. Like, I think that's how they started that. They used to have a clothing store, and they went and racked up like hundreds of thousands of dollars buying inventory on Sonia Norwood's credit card.
Yeah, because you got to think they were kind of broke at the time because Robert Kardashian had died.
Mm-hmm.
So all that lawyer bread has been dried up because he died like, I think in like late 90s.
Yeah, and he didn't get remarried. He just was.
He just got divorced from her, but he died though, like a cancer or something.
Yeah, he had cancer. But I couldn't remember if he had gotten remarried or if he was just dating somebody. But I can't. I think he never got remarried.
I don't think he did either. Oh no, he got married the year he died.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
2003.
So,
oh damn, he was married. He was married to another woman for 1 year right after. Well, he was married to Jan Ashley from 98 to 99. So hold on. So when everything went down with OJ, he wasn't even with
nah, they had already
they broke up in 91.
Yeah, because Chris had gotten with Bruce. I think they were introduced in the late 80s. They were introduced to each other, I think, in the late 80s by a friend. And then they, then because when he went on, it wasn't Oprah with who or was it Barbara?
So she got married to Bruce Jenner the same year that she divorced Robert Kardashian.
That's why I said they have been talking on the low. And so if I'm not mistaken, so when everything happened with OJ, because they were family, that was like their family friend.
Mm-hmm. And she was cool with Nicole, right?
Yeah, she was friends with, like, that was like her best friend, one of her best friends.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Damn. Boy, this is so incestuous, man.
It is. Hollywood, the circle gets so small because you start dating people and dealing with people because you at least know that they're like, I think the main concern is like now is like money. And this person that I'm dating has money. So I at least know that that's not why they're dealing with me.
Oh, because you're comfortable. It's like they got their own bread. They ain't, they doing.
So that's what it comes to. Because if it's like the average Joe, you're like, are you using me like for my money, or like, are you using me for fame, clout, which we see happen quite often. And especially with the story that we're about to speak about regarding Adam Levine.
Man, yeah. Shout out to Adam Levine, my poster child for doing too much.
And not enough at the same time.
Yeah. Like, okay, you should, going back to what your statement earlier, where's your burner account to be talking to these women?
It's interesting. There's, because probably part of it feels like, they're wondering, I mean, in this day and age, like, they, of course, that person, it takes nothing for them to, even do like an Insta, like we FaceTiming on Instagram to know that you're really talking to me, right? But I believe that maybe it's some sort of thrill behind it. There's people have their little,
and the power. It's the power thing too.
It's
like,
the power
I'm
thing.
fucking Adam Levine, motherfucker.
Yeah, and I'm Adam Levine, and I'm sliding in your DMs. And this woman alleges, Adam Levine is a Pisces, by the way.
Emotional.
His wife that was a Victoria's Secret model. She's modeling other stuff. She is a Taurus.
Oh, she finna fuck him up.
So that's how I feel. And she's currently 3 months pregnant. Bahati Prince Louis.
You're gonna fuck him up.
And if she wasn't pregnant, I feel like she would. She would fuck him up. And the interesting thing about it all is like, niggas gonna nig. Let's just keep it a buck. Niggas are gonna nig. My mindset, and I'm not victim blaming or victim, side chick shaming.
No, this chick is all out of box.
We getting there. We getting there. I don't understand. She's alleging that they've had a relationship for about a year. She has shown flirty messages. Of course, he's saying this is not true. He said, had he crossed the line with sending inappropriate flirty messages to women, absolutely. There are 4 women that came forward and said that they had conversations. One of the girls said that, I don't even think she answered it, but he erased the message. He hit unsend on it. Now, I did see that. So
how did you get somebody unsend something? Like, did she screenshot it before you unsent it?
So she screenshot the message because it was still on her, which was weird. It was still on her request, and it was from him, but the message was now gone.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. So what's funny is, I think we all miss the days. We know people have affairs. We know people flirt. We know people do shit and they go too far sometimes. But I miss the days when people used to do shit in private. And if it came out, you'd be like, what? Nah, no way, right? We talk about this all the time. We got to bring back shame. Like, shaming people has to make a comeback. Because in my mind, so you're saying that this man, crazy kicker, asked you if it was okay to name his 3rd child that's on the way after you. Her name is Sumner.
I mean, no. Now I will give it's dirty as fuck, but this name Sumner is kind of dope.
I don't give a fuck if it is the greatest name.
He was dumb to not even say. He should have just not said nothing.
He shouldn't.
He should just name his kid Sumner and just kept it pushing.
He had to say something because once the name was announced, it was gonna come out. No,
if he was smart, I would have shut down my Instagram, shut it down, and it sends all. Unless she, because she didn't. And I'm just wondering, did she capture these DMs before the Sumner thing? You think, or after the Sumner thing?
It's a whole TikTok about it. You gotta go.
Well, no, I'm thinking that I don't think she captured it before he sent the other message. So if I shut down the
that's a different girl. That's a different girl. Oh, the main chick, the Sumner chick, is the one who's saying this. She's saying that's a conversation that they had.
Right. But I'm saying, but does she have all the other text? She had all of the messages from him that they were flirty with those, right?
Apparently they were in a relationship. So who knows?
Right.
What
so if you shut down the Carter, no, you got to see what I'm saying. You got, if you
I get what you're saying, but what if that was a verbal conversation?
Well, no, she said it was a message in the TikTok. She said he sent her a message saying, "Hey, what do you think if I name my kid after the Sumner?"
Oh, I thought that
I'm not playing. No, he sent a message. I'm not playing. I'm not kidding. He should have shut down the Carter.
Of the day, at the end of the day,
this is why you shouldn't be in DMs of random girls on IG.
At the end of the day, this is people have to understand the concept of an NDA. I don't care who you are.
Shout out to my boy Derek Jeter, the All-American hero.
NDAs.
All-American hero, Derek Jeter.
You better listen to Beyonce. Take a page out of her book. Jay-Z, them NDAs are so. We have speculations because of whispers, but we can't confirm that to be true because the NDA is so tight. The interesting thing about it all is that what happened where you felt like he pissed you off, where you had to come to the internet about it?
Well, she claimed that somebody was going to expose the text messages that because she screenshot it and was trying to show her friends, and they were trying to sell it to a gossip column. I think she's just trying to get attention.
Why would you do that? But if you know, we've all on some level have interacted with a celebrity.
Yes.
In my mind, my right mind, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Maybe I might share with like certain friends that I know can be tight-lipped. But if I know that this person can't hold water, I'm not sharing the information at all. So there's a certain way that you have to go about moving.
And it's a certain part of them sure that probably knew that this type of person that was in this text group or that she sent it to would be on some bullshit. Like almost like I'm setting it up so I can have like a dirty glove. Oh, I only did it because I knew Chris was going to send it to, but I knew Chris was going to do it so I can have a reason to expose it.
Yeah. And that's the weird thing. I'm like, so because you thought again somebody was going to, we don't know if that paperwork was signed, you thought you would jump the gun on it?
Yeah, man.
And then you can always,
like, yeah, I was manipulated. I'm like, She was like, yeah, I was so young. I was like, that was last year. What do you mean? Like you were so young?
It makes no sense, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I miss the days where we didn't hear from side chicks.
Man, I missed the day. Straight up, Diane Carroll and Sidney Poitier had a 9-year affair. We didn't find out about that till she wrote her book in like 2006.
Yep. and so I think
Sidney Poitier probably forgot all about it. He didn't have dementia. He was like, how the fuck with Diane Carroll?
Yo, so I forgot that Sidney Poitier had died like either late last year or early this year until I watched the Emmys the other day. Yeah, shout out to Shirley, Ralph, and Quinta, by the way.
Yeah, for the
I forgot. Yeah. And I was like, nah, he died. That was a few years ago. And then
it was during COVID, wasn't it? Or was it early this year? It was early this year, right?
I can't remember.
Let me see.
It wasn't, but I forgot. I thought.
Yeah, because the whole drama with us, it was the beginning of this year. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't during COVID. But the whole gangster thing with Sidney Poitier and her is this nigga, he ain't shit though, just like a nigga gonna be. I love Sidney Poitier, but from Diane Carroll's account, they were supposed to divorce their people together. She divorced her husband. He said, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna stay."
Nigga shit.
That's what
nigga shit.
Now, I mean, this is only from her account, so we don't know. But I'm just saying.
Listen, I ain't never leaving a nigga till the nigga leave his bitch first. Okay, like make it make sense. Like it ain't no. Look, if you leave her, see, but that's what Destiny Child had it right. If you leave her, I'll leave him. We'll pack our bags and don't say a word. But they said if you leave her, that means if you go first, then I'ma cut him off as well.
Do they literally have on his thing that Diane Carroll is when it was his partner for 7 years and it overlaps with his wife?
I mean that is factual.
Yeah, it's a part of your timeline.
He never. I don't think by that time. I think by that time he was still in his right mind. But I feel like if that wasn't true, a spokesperson would have came out and said that is.
And you know what? On the real, they were together from 59 to 68, 9 years. So, and a part of him probably was like, man, I was on some bullshit, man. It's all good. Like, I did do that shit. I mean, I was on that. Like, at some point, especially if you a stand-up dude, at some point, even if you're on your fucked up shit, you just got to stand on it and be like, no, she right. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Like, that's what happened.
So, interesting thing about the Adam Levine situation is that, his wife, they're like working through it and she wants to stay together, of course, because she's pregnant. This is her third child, by this woman. And I'm just interested to see how this is going to play out after she gives birth.
Like, is she like, I'm out?
Yeah. If once the baby is out, she's like, shit, I can really think and I don't have pregnancy brain. I'm out. Because Tauruses like for a long time, and it might not be, she might be able to get the last laugh because she might move as if this is water under the bridge. This is, you said you didn't cheat. You said you crossed the line, flirting, having inappropriate conversations. But she might she might get, just dip out on him one day. Like later down the line. I could see that happening. Like Taurus is a little bit, though they're a little bullheaded.
Mm-hmm.
They're calculated. They're slightly calculated a little bit.
Okay, so hold on. We're gonna go back to Sidney Poitier did reply.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, but it's not nothing. He didn't say nothing crazy. He just said, according to Poitier, their relationship ended because he wanted to live with Carol for 6 months. So he did divorce his wife, but a little bit later on. But he wanted to live with Carol for 6 months without her daughter present, so he could not be jumping from one marriage straight into another. She refused. That's his claim. So he didn't say it didn't happen. It's not like he getting caught up in the semantics. Like, no, we didn't break up. We kicked it for 9 years. Like that part's fact. The reason we divorced, that we didn't get to marry, is because of this. No, all the other shit she's saying is right, but we ain't gonna talk about that. The reason we didn't get together is not because of that. Yes, we were cheating together. For 9 years.
That's a long time.
But you could do that back then.
You could. And
they actors, and you could literally, in those days, you may not talk to your spouse if they have a job like that you could at least not talk to them for a week.
Yeah.
And not trip off of it because he's on the set, he's 2 or 3 hours behind or before or whatever time zone, they getting off. It ain't no answer machine. You didn't pick up, you know. It's just, timing. He can sit down, scribble a letter out, and then be laying there with Diane Carroll, and then send that bad boy and be laying with her, and nobody knows nothing. And same thing with her,
baby. And this fool's so stupid. He hasn't even turned his comments off.
Wait, no, he's doing the full I'm out. If he was, I would delete my Instagram if I was him.
He hasn't posted. He's not a constant poster, so he hasn't even posted since June. But you would think that you would go and turn it off.
No, because he may not even have it on his phone no more. He may not even run it. Well, that's on the social media team then. That's not even on him. Because somebody
they light his ass up in them comments.
How many followers does he have?
Adam Levine has 15 million followers.
Yeah, he's not running that. And that's on the social media team. They should shut that shit down.
His last post was June 25th, which leads me to believe that he be posting because it's fucking September, middle end of September.
Oh, you're saying that he stopped posting?
That's his last post. That's what I'm saying. And it's not like he would.
Because the social media team would be keeping up stuff like, hey, this is Adam Levine at the Emmys. This is Adam.
No, he has one. He has a post from February, then the next one isn't even until April. One is in May. Then he has several posts about all on May 4th, which is just pretty much a billboard. Men should be making laws about women's bodies. So that's 6 posts.
So he only has 6 posts on the whole page?
No, I'm just saying
6 posts in the time period.
For that one post is 6 posts in one day, but he only has 661 posts.
So you think he's not running it, or you think he is running his own?
I think he might be. You'd be surprised. A lot of people do. It's both. Or
somebody else has access and he does to
it. If it's certain business things or certain things that need to be retweeted, absolutely somebody has access to it.
All right. Last up in our topics. What was this girl? Is her name Keisha or something? What is her name? Shit.
Erica Banks.
Yeah, that's my bad. They all the same to me. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect any of the Keishas out there either. By saying that, because I'm thinking light skinned Keisha and all the other rappers.
Who isn't light skinned? Can we just?
But I get them all confused.
It always baffles me when I see that young lady, and I'm like, are you an islander? Because are you like to be a islander? Because my play brother think he light skinned. And I'm like, well, yes, you are for a Haitian, but you're not in life.
Yeah, I don't know. Because she's light brown, but I wouldn't say she's light skinned.
Because when I think of light skin, I think of like my sister.
Right.
You teetering.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the border.
You teetering. And then
like
or like how Adrian and like Rachel and them, like those are light skinned people.
That's team light skin. Like they fully in the crew.
Yeah. So
Erica Banks said that she only go to the club with big booty chicks. Okay. I don't know why people are so mad about it though.
I don't think I think it goes.
She shouldn't be saying this shit. Like, it's dumb as fuck to be saying.
I think the issue with the Erica Banks situation is her trying to like justify it, like, oh, I only go, and I'm gonna be honest, that's how LA is.
And that's a lot of girls is like that in general, of like, I only hang out with bad bitches and all that stuff.
It's I don't even think it's just that I only hang out with bad bitches. It's like there are certain friends that you're going to, I know that if I go out and it's superficial and fucked up, but I know that there are certain friends I can't take to certain places. I'm very cognizant of that, and they not gonna want to go no fucking way. So I'm not going to even waste my time inviting them. I think it was the follow-up behind it, because she had already gotten slack for what she said. We know that it's an unspoken rule that we talk about, because promoters out here will say, okay, you can come out, but let me see your friends. Like that's one of the things that they used to do consistently. If people come to LA and they say, oh, they want to go out and where to go, I'm like, it just got to the point I just pretty much say I don't go out, because I know that they're not gonna be able to get in.
Oh wow!
Or I will send them to certain places where I know that there's a door cover and they'll have to pay. And that's no shade, but that's the reality of the situation. Like, it gets, you see how they didn't like that when Amber Rose went to when One Oak was out here. She couldn't get in with one of her homeboys, and he was like gay. It wasn't even like so they do stuff like that. She was Amber Rose. Like, Amber Rose ain't just a regular nobody at that time. Like, I feel like she was still popping on the scene where if you rolling with her, everybody should be able to get in. But we've had situations out here where it's been like the person that's on the flyer, like, oh, so-and-so, this is their birthday, and they couldn't get into the party. Like, LA, like Hollywood is that stupid. Like, Damson Idris just said, I just went to a Hollywood party the other day and I couldn't get in. And you're like,
from Snowfall.
That's the dude from Snowfall. You couldn't get to a Hollywood party. Yeah. Like, that's how messed up it is. I think the issue with what she said was the delivery and then the follow-up. And it seemed like she was more so attacking and projecting. Yeah. And like you said, why did you feel that you need to say that out the blue?
Yeah, there's no purpose in saying it. Like, what is the benefit just to be like, oh, I only hang out, I'm just that bad? Because look, man, this is the thing that and men and women got to understand this. Your bread only gonna be so long for so long, and your beauty, if you don't have no other shit popping and you have no other great character, is only gonna carry you so far.
Yep.
And that's the thing, man, is like I always tell people, like, yo, I can't, like, a part of me can't wait till we get older so we can just see all these real bad bitches and bad niggas that they claim they are at 65. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, at 65, I want to see all these bad niggas and bad bitches. Like, yo, I'm so bad. I'm so. All right.
So it's so funny because, like, Black Twitter is always undefeated. Somebody said, many women aren't as fine as they think they are. Erica Banks is one of them. Surgery is giving y'all the illusion that you're fine. Fake ass and titties. But in reality, you just afford with enhancements. Humble yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and my whole thing in general is, man, like, as a man, I don't burden myself down with dealing with women that talk like, man, that's how these women be. No, that's that woman.
Yeah.
Like I'm around dope ass chicks. They ain't never talking like that. They never be all the crazy shit that's going out there. That's just maybe that's because I keep dope women around me and that I'm cool with a whole bunch of women. Not even women I holler at, just in general friends with. They're dope chicks. They don't be talking the bullshit that you think that every woman is. Quit going to the lowest common denominator. Or the chicks you around ain't on shit.
Okay, so I was having that conversation today about we were talking about relationships and this idea that women have a lot, women, more so Black women, have a lot of masculine energy. And I said, okay, listen, I'm speaking for myself as an Aquarius who has a Leo moon and rising, right? I can see how certain things can come off to people as masculine, but when it's really me having confidence in myself and me moving a certain type of way, right? I said, but this conversation of women not being submissive or only wanting certain things, I said, honestly, it's the same thing you said. I said, this conversation is only happening in certain tax brackets. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to money shame people, but there are certain conversations that I've never been in a space where I've been with wealthy people and we're having conversations about the table or looks or anything like that happens. That's and not to say it's always broke talk, but it's kind of broke talk.
And on the other side, women is like, you ain't around fly niggas.
You not.
If you be like, man, these niggas ain't shit, like you ain't around fly dudes.
You're not around fly men like that. That I literally every time that I go out with certain friends, and even if they don't have, like, my homeboys really don't let me pay for shit. Like, if it's that, and that's just the, like, that's just what they were taught.
Yeah.
And even when I've tried to treat, like, it's one thing, okay, you with your dude and okay, like, well, I'm ordering the takeout today or whatever, or so that's nothing. But when you're like out and I've tried to pay, no, it's not happening. I'm like, but it's your birthday. No, I don't care. So there's certain comments that it is, but what I was explaining to her was just the simple fact that, these conversations that's being had, these hot topics, but are people really leading with what they're saying? So like somebody said, Erica Banks is brave for saying what she said while being that ugly.
Yeah, she's not cute.
And I'm not gonna say,
and that's no disrespect. Like
and I'm not gonna say she's not cute.
Yeah, but that's a bad picture though. That was on purpose too. Hold on, let me get a better one.
No, I've seen other pictures of her. And I'm just like, ma'am, you doing a lot. But you saying I don't want to go out with skinny girls. You gotta have a fat ass, or you gotta have a BBL or fat transfer, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, it's giving like I said earlier. What skinny bitch hurt you? Who saw your nigga?
Cause she definitely got a BBL.
Oh, she definitely does.
But look at her IG right now. She definitely got a BBL.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a lot of.
And this is my thing. When we 60, these BBLs, y'all ain't gonna have enough bread to be, because you got to keep the upkeep on that. Like you just don't get it, and then it's just like all good. You got to get it like redone over and over again. Like you got to have the money to get the. It's like buying a fat crib. You're like, but you got to have the money to keep the maintenance on the crib.
Yep.
Like that BBL don't mean nothing. And like, hey, to each his own. Like, yo, if that makes her happy, makes her feel dope, get the BBL. If she want to hang out with bad chicks, fine with her. But I just don't think it was no purpose or even saying it in general.
It was no purpose. So, it's the conversation that I consistently have with my siblings, and I'm like, when they say such stuff, I say, you do realize everything don't need to be said.
Yep. And sometimes there's no purpose. A lot of times, most of the time, there's no purpose.
It's not at all. And so even like I was saying, like out here in LA, we know what that is. But I'm not gonna and that's unfortunate. And it also is a colorist thing as well, but it's just that shit get old, it get played out, it's not fun no more, and that's
So that's
why
the chick that did the song Busted, right? The one that not Busted, is that the one from the Nelly that she took the Nelly part, right?
That's her?
I believe so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm getting old, but hold on, let me make sure.
I think you might be right.
Let me see. Let me get pains. Let me put in Nelly here in the good old Google.
Sorry.
Hold on. Yep, that's her.
Oh wow.
She's the one that did the Busted challenge, you know. Hey.
She got a BBL and then wanted everybody to bust it.
Hey,
and
look,
that's all you can go out with. I mean, honestly, like I said, it happens in LA, it happens in New York, it happens in Vegas,
Miami.
It happens everywhere.
ATL is another one. ATL is the other one.
It happens everywhere. Yeah. You know, but we know that. But did you need to say it?
It's one of those unspoken things, you know.
It's like you're not speaking out to say, you know, these clubs got to stop, you know, promoting certain shit and only wanting certain aesthetics. Like you're not fighting the good fight, sis.
And they're never going to say that. What's the purpose of a club saying we only letting the bad chicks in for free, or we only letting the bad chicks skip the line? No purpose in saying that or doing that.
Hey, that's why you got to know the person at the door. And if nobody know the person at the door, if I don't know the person at the door, I'm not going. I'm not.
Hey, that's real. That's real. That's how I'm so bougie from throwing parties. I don't even like going nowhere if I don't even know the person that's throwing the party. If I do go out.
Hello.
I'm used to skipping the line. I have a certain level of threshold.
And if I gotta wait, I'm going home.
Well, let's wrap it on up. Dom, where can they hit you up at?
Y'all can find me at St. Angela's. Don't forget Whiskey Soured, the podcast. You can watch it on Spotify. Some of the episodes on Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you podcast. I still have the candles, st-angeles.com/candles. Also have the brand partnership with
That's right. The promo code.
Yeah, code St. Angeles at checkout, SAINTANGLES. At checkout, 30% off your first purchase. So hit it up.
I mean, get one for your side chick, fellas.
Get something for your side chick because it's pretty.
Do better than Adam Levine. If he'd have popped a couple of tags at least on her or something, maybe could have kept her at bay for a minute.
Baby.
Because this sounds like a situation. Because if you was a real bad chick that was a mistress on the side and you was getting taken care of, would you have said something? No. That's how you know that he was just on some like, I'm just trying to fuck because I'm Adam Levine. He need to be popping some tags. I'm just saying, I'm not telling y'all brothers how to
what Carly Red say? Pop them tags, them tags.
And I'm not saying that, you know, but I mean, if you're in, you got to pay to play.
Yep.
In that situation of you're cheating in some, I'm not saying a general dating situation, but I mean, if you trying to go around, you better. Look, and an NDA. Shout out to the NDA. And the NDA would have squashed everything.
Cause the internet. It's like we got another topic, but I gotta do. I'm gonna try to investigate this other one more because there's somebody that has a baby by a porn star. And
text me.
All right. But I don't know. I can't confirm.
But these are black. Text me the porn star.
Okay.
These are black people?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But not a black porn star. The porn star white.
Oh.
I know.
I don't really like porn actors, white porn actors like that.
Bye.
I'm prejudiced with it, man. I'm sorry. I like my woman ethnic. All right. We out.